Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your co-promotionist cup-final teams in St Mirren.
Hampden Park stages the first domestic cup final of the season in Scotland. It's St Mirren against Rangers in the Cooperative Insurance Cup final of 2010. Gus McPherson, who began his playing career at Rangers but wasn't quite good enough for them, proudly leads out his St Mirren side, who are in a cup final for the first time in 23 years. As far as Rangers are concerned, these occasions are much more regular. Since Walter Smith returned for a second spell in charge, he's made it to every domestic cup final. It was Walter Smith who had just taken charge of Rangers when he let Gus McPherson go back in 1991. Gus went on to have an excellent playing career with Kilmarnock. The players are being presented to Jim Ballantyne, the president of the Scottish Football League, and to Rob Bulmer from Cooperative Insurance. The referee for today is Craig Thompson. The captain of St Mirren, David Weir, wearing the armband for Rangers. Very soon it will be down to business for these two teams. St Mirren and Rangers up for the Cup, the League Cup, sponsored by Cooperative Insurance. Let's take a look at the teams then. And Gus McPherson's big decision was who to play alongside Billy Mehmet up front. He's gone for the physical presence of Michael Higdon ahead of the smaller and quicker Craig Dargo. Stephen Thompson is preferred to Andy Dorman in midfield. Graham Carey is on loan from Rangers' old firm rivals Celtic. He scored against them at Ibrox in the league a fortnight ago. Hugh Murray has spent his entire career with St Mirren. Rangers are without the injured Majid Bugera, so 18-year-old Danny Wilson partners 39-year-old David Weir in the heart of defence. Number 2 keeper Neil Alexander has played in every round of the League Cup this season, so keeps his place for the final with Alan McGregor on the bench. Stephen Davis has just about recovered from a bug. Chris Boyd, Kenny Miller and Nacho Novo all have good goal-scoring records at the National Stadium.
You can obtain a code for cup insurance online.
Currently Scotland's top official, Craig Thompson, is in charge at Hampden Park today. Billy Mehmet scored 5 goals in the first round of the League Cup back at the start of August, when the road to Hampden began for St Mirren. Nacho Novo, however, has a pretty good record at Hampden Park himself. He scored the winner here and coming on as a sub in the Scottish Cup final last season against Falkirk. He's in from the start today. Lee McCulloch, a contender for Rangers Player of the Season award, you would think. It took him a while to settle in at Ibrox, but he's been outstanding this season. Paul Gallagher in the firing line in St Mirren's goal. In recent meetings between these sides, St Mirren have had a habit of conceding early goals. They will be desperate to avoid that on the big Hampden Park stage today. Here we go in the 2010 Scottish League Cup final. Stephen Whittaker immediately floating one up towards Chris Boyd. And an early touch for Gallagher in the St Mirren goal. The sun is shining. Gus McPherson leading St Mirren to their first cup final since they won the Scottish Cup in 1987, and the players who achieved that have all also achieved legendary status in Paisley. Lee Mayer up towards Michael Higdon. It's gathered by Neil Alexander. It's a rare outing for the Rangers keeper, but he has played in every round of the League Cup this season, and Walter Smith sticking by him for the final. Certainly he's a very competent keeper anyway, who's played in the run-ins in the last 2 seasons. And Alan McGregor has missed out. David Weir for Stephen Davis, who was a doubt for this final. He was ill yesterday in the team hotel. Papach with the cross. A half-hearted handball claim from Chris Boyd and a few Rangers fans. Higden. Brady for Carey on loan from Celtic. It's a forlorn chase for Billy Mehmet, who has been a goal-scoring specialist in cup competitions this season. 10 of his 13 goals have come in the cups. We add to that tally today. Walter Smith and Ali McCoist hoping for more silverware, as if they haven't got enough already. Hoping to complete the first leg of the treble this season. They are 10 points clear of Celtic in the SPL. Surely too big a gap for Celtic to do much about at this stage of the season. And they're still in the hunt for the Scottish Cup as well. They have a replay at Dundee United on Wednesday. And if they get through that, they'll be in the semi-finals and coming back here. Michael Higden and Sasa Papach tangling. It's come off Papach apparently. He doesn't think so. And he's having a word with the assistant referee on that side, James B. But it is a corner kick. Higden and Mehmet certainly a powerful presence, along with the centre halves for these corners. Graham Carey takes it. Gary Brady unable to rescue it. Brady, who was in the Dundee squad that lost a Scottish Cup final to Rangers here a few years ago. Unsurprisingly, the St Mirren supporters are considerably outnumbered in the Hampden sunshine today, but they'll be trying their best not to be outvoiced. Days like this do not come along very often when you are a St Mirren fan. These two teams did meet here in a Scottish Cup semi-final last season, and by this stage of the game, Rangers were already ahead in that. A slip here from David Weir, and Billy Mehmet is away with an early chance. Still going Mehmet, and Sasa Papach with a terrific header away. Papach rescuing Rangers after Billy Mehmet made the most of David Weir's slip. And this certainly was an anxious moment for Rangers. Papach bailed them out big time. Carey's corner. Brady. Here's Higden. Snuffed out by Wilson. Michael Higden came on as a sub for Falkirk in the Scottish Cup final here last season against Rangers. Rangers winning with a Nacho Novo goal. Big moment this for Graham Carey, who couldn't break into Celtic's team this season, so was sent out on loan. Carey. It's a foul by Kevin Thompson. Well, he likes to put himself about, Kevin Thompson. He made his presence felt to Robbie Keane in the Old Firm game recently, with a big welcome to Glasgow message. But it's potentially a handy free kick this for St Mirren. Graham Carey making only his 4th start for them on loan from Celtic. standing over this free kick. What St Mirren would give for an early breakthrough, but Craig Thompson has seen a bit of hustling and bustling going on. Lee Mayer given a warning. Carey's free kick is a teaser, and it had to be steered away by David Weir. They'll be hoping to lift the Cooperative Insurance Cup later. It's another corner for Carey, and St Mirren have had a few in the opening minutes. Carey again. Not one of his better efforts that time. Even so, a fairly encouraging start for Gus McPherson's side. He played in a League Cup final for Kilmarnock 2001. But they lost 3-0 to Celtic, a Henrik Larsson hat-trick. Stephen Thompson. Away by David Weir. Hugh Murray now. Here's Carey. Scored against Rangers a fortnight ago at Ibrox. Gave them the lead, in fact, but Rangers ran out 3-1 winners in that SPL encounter. Whittaker. Chris Boyd lurking. David Barron will scoop it away. Papac. Here's Novo. Danny Wilson, tremendous prospect, 18 years of age. Has filled in a few times for Magic Bugera at the back for Rangers this season. And he really looks the part even at such a young age. Whittaker hoisting that one. Cleared by Barron. And again. Papac. Novo. Gary Brady latches onto it. Handball. Billy Memmott. Thompson. Novo. Kenny Miller. Novo again. So Mirren will be pretty pleased with the way they've started, bearing in mind their habit of conceding early goals against Rangers. These two teams know each other rather well by now. It's the 5th time they've met in just 2 months, remarkably. That's because they also played each other in the Scottish Cup, and that went to a replay. St Mirren almost forced extra time in that replay at Ibrox, but Chris Boyd's late goal knocked them out. So there's not much these two teams don't know about each other. Also played against each other in the Scottish Cup last season. It's becoming one of the most regular fixtures in Scottish football. Stephen Davis. Stephen Whittaker, who's been a frequent goal scorer for Rangers this season. Only Chris Boyd and Kenny Miller have scored more, in fact. Goal kick. Hugh Murray. One club man. And Carey took a knock then as Whittaker barged his way past. Murray. Jack Ross. Superbly snuffed out by Whittaker. Flicked on by Boyd, looking to link up with Miller. No free kick. Chris Boyd rather baffled by that, but the referee was on the spot. Headed on by Higdon. Mehmet moved in on Danny Wilson, but Lee McCulloch is able to hook it away. Nacho Novo now. Thompson. David Barron across. Papach with a throw. Novo chasing, but David Barron there first. Here's Jack Ross. That's a foul by David Weir on Michael Higdon. Higdon and Mehmet, big, burly, powerful strikers. Nudge from Weir. John Potter, the captain, standing over this free kick. Higdon won it again. David Weir has to dispatch it with Billy Mehmet in close attendance. The Mirren striker certainly a handful. Lee Mayer. Higdon. David Weir close to him again. Kevin Thompson, who's had such a torrid time with injuries over the past year. But in recent weeks he's started to look his old self. Papach. Thompson. Fouled by Stephen Thompson. Two Thompsons together. Craig Thompson, the referee, not impressed with one of his namesakes. Stephen Thompson used to play for Falkirk, then went down south, in fact very down south with Brighton, before returning north of the border. Painful that for Kevin Thompson. Davison is to whip it in, away by Lee Mayer. Here's Carey. That's a lovely turn from Gary Brady. What a good recover. Weir. McCulloch. Boyd now for Novo. He's just overrun that, and John Potter can feed Jack Ross. Stephen Thompson for Ross again. Danny Wilson. Away by Potter. Murray able to help it on to Carey. In towards Higdon. Billy Mehmet beaten to it by David Weir. It's hooked high in the air by Papach. Flicked on by Mehmet that time. Papach. Rangers 25 times winners of the Scottish League Cup. No club has won it more. Boyd for Miller. Davis. Boyd, Miller. Nearly a neat exchange between the front two. Just took it away from Chris Boyd, who's on 24 goals this season. Higdon, Carey. Not to forget from Graham Carey. Certainly wouldn't have been expecting to play in a cup final at Hampden Park. a few weeks ago, but Gus McPherson brought him in on loan from Celtic. St Mirren have had to play 5 rounds to reach the final. Rangers have only had to play 3. Exempt from the early rounds because of their involvement in Europe. Involvement that didn't last long, and Kenny Miller's had a bit too much to say for himself here. Well, it is a foul from Chris Boyd on John Potter. Not sure what Rangers are protesting about. Kenny Miller reacted furiously. For St Mirren, and it will trickle out for a goal kick. St Mirren's road to Hampden began on the 2nd of August when they beat East Stirling 6-3, a game in which Billy Memmott scored 5 times. They then went on to overcome Ayr United, Kilmarnock, Motherwell, and in the semi-finals, Hearts. It's been an easier route for Rangers. They've been Queen of the South, Dundee and St Johnstone. Stephen Thompson. Tickled off his toes by Sasa Papac. But he couldn't find Kenny Miller. This is Lee Mayer. Intercepted by McCulloch. Brady. Mayer. Thompson. Jack Ross trying to get there, but Sasa Papac should lead him to it, and Gini does. Such a reliable and consistent performer for Rangers. A survivor from Paul Le Guen's ill-fated reign at the club. McCulloch. Hugh Murray typifying St Mirren's desire, but catching McCulloch late, and that is going to be a yellow card for Murray. The first one of the final, and he will have to tread carefully now. Actually got the ball first, but then left McCulloch in a heap. Hugh Murray booked. Feeling rather hard done by. One thing you don't want on a grand occasion such as this is an early yellow card. Nova chasing this. David Barrett has to come across. Oh, Nova's away from him, but it's gone out. Goal kick. As lively as ever. Nacho Novo. One of the nicest guys you'll meet off the field, but turns into a bit of a demon on it. And that was definitely out. Seven goals in 9 games at Hampden Park for Rangers. And Nacho Nova. Crimson Valley McCoyster, who scored a few goals here in his time as well. Welcome country. Stephen Whittaker. That one. Sneak out. 20 minutes played in the League Cup final at Hampden Park. 0-0 between St Mirren and Rangers. Billy Memmott now. Hugh Murray. Graham Carey. This is Lee Mayer. Flick from Thompson. On by Memmott. Free kick Rangers. Billy Memmott started his career at West Ham. Arrived in Scotland at Dunfermline initially when He was signed by Jimmy Corderwood, now the Kilmarnock manager. Higden. Ross. Steered away by David Weir. Papach. David away, like him. Stephen Thompson's cross. Higden. Carey didn't hang about. Higden unable to control it. The clearance coming off Higden though, and now Carey can come again. Higden. Away by Weir. Snapping and snarling, but Brady now finds Billy Mirren. Stephen Thompson has got David Barron first of all, and now Jack Ross available. Barron's cross, Mehmet's flick. Dealt with by Weir, back by Mehmet. Collected by Alexander. Approaching the midway point of the first half. Not too many glimpses of goal yet. Boyd. Davis. Papach. The path of Stephen Whittaker has gone for it. Straight along the grass to Paul Gallagher, routine save. Stephen Whittaker has weighed in with 11 goals this season, not all of them from a right back though, because he has played in midfield on occasions. Even so, it's a terrific tally. Rangers have only suffered one domestic defeat this season. That was at Aberdeen at the end of November. That's the size of the task facing St Mirren. Brady. Barron. Thompson. Jack Ross hugging the touchline. Oh, Ross has returned it to Stephen Thompson. Collects the ball back. St Mirren certainly did not make the most of that situation. After a wonderful exchange between Ross and Stephen Thompson, Billy Mehmet was waiting to receive it. In stepped Lee McCulloch, offering some serious protection to his defence. Often takes more of a front seat role, or front standing role, for these cup matches. Although it's the gaffer Walter Smith who obviously has the final say on all matters. This is a Papach. Nacho Novo up against David Barron. No free kick. Novo left in a heap. Here's Gary Brady. Higden for Mehmet. McCulloch wins it back again. He's had some season, Lee McCulloch. Rangers fans weren't too sure about it when he first arrived at the club, but he's changed a few opinions this season. Whittaker. Wilson. Papach. Chris Boyd. A little slow in making up ground. McCulloch it was. to charge down Lee Mayr's clearance. Popping up everywhere. I'm not sure Kenny Miller realised how good an opening that might have been. He was a little slow to react. Hugh Murray. Barron. Jack Ross. Brady. Mehmet. Danny Wilson. Lee McCulloch. Whittaker. Lee Mayer. Free kick's been given against Boyd. Looks a little harsh, that. Boyd making his feelings on the subject known to the assistant referee. Well, there's not much in that at all between Chris Boyd and Lee Mayer. Chris McPherson has had a fair bit to say to the fourth official down there. So Mirren manager not happy with one or two things. David Barron, Jack Ross, Brady, Ross again. Whittaker moves away from Higdon. Thompson. Returned by Ross. Mistake from Danny Wilson. Michael Higdon looking to make the most of it. Stephen Thompson. Carey has popped it back in. Now Hugh Murray. Rangers making hard work of clearing this. And so Mirren are going to get a free kick now, and Stephen Whittaker is going to get a yellow card. Whittaker joining Hugh Murray in the book. Well, it wasn't a clever tackle from Stephen Whittaker. Studs were showing. Loitering with intent, it's Carey to send it in. Foul by Higdon. Higdon all smiles as he tangled here with Danny Wilson. Clear free kick. Almost half an hour played at Hampden Park. That's McPherson alongside his assistant Andy Millen, who actually continued playing for St Mirren into his 40s. Wilson. Papach. Thompson. Whittaker. Skipping away from Higdon, but he's not going to get past Hugh Murray. Although the earlier free kick is going to be given now against Higdon, I think, for the first challenge. Yeah, not for that one. I think it's been penalised for Higdon. So Mirren did actually manage to beat Rangers last season. Stephen McGinn, who has since left to join Watford, scored a wonderful winner at their old ground at Love Street. They moved midway through last season to a new stadium, not that far away from the old one. Papach. Novo. Wilson. Weir returns it to Wilson. Casual layoff from Chris Boyd. Gary Brady was in the way. Bosch sealing a free kick. Foul on Jack Ross. Jack Ross in his second season at St Mirren now. Chris Boyd getting involved as well. Rangers rattled by one or two of these decisions. Higden. Billy Mirren, he's got a bit to do yet, and Wilson has forced him out wide. Jack Ross. It's a corner. There's a bit of hesitancy from the assistant referee there because I think Billy Mirren might have been in an offside position, but he didn't touch it. So I say Mirren have a corner. Ben Kerry's corner. Similar to one of his earlier efforts. Needs to work on those deliveries because St Mirren can be a threat at set pieces. When you're up against the old firm, it might be their best bet. Rangers won the League Cup final here 2 years ago in a thrilling final against Dundee United. They lost here in the final last season to their Old Firm rivals Celtic. They've come back for more, but it's still goalless. That has skidded off Higden. Stephen Whittaker. Here's Kenny Miller, and suddenly it opens up for Kenny Miller. There's no end product, and he should really be hitting the target from there. Been quiet so far. Came alive here. Disappointing. So Mirren will be rather concerned that he was allowed room to roam. Miller. McCulloch. Babach. Davis. Novo. Babach. St Mirren playing in their first League Cup final since 1955, when the competition was in its early years. Kenny McDowell there alongside Walter Smith, former St Mirren player, in fact a St Mirren legend because he was in the Scottish Cup winning side that beat Dundee United in 1987. That's David Barrett, who's been left in a heap by Kevin Thompson. Barrett receiving a kick up the backside there, by the look of it. Ten minutes to half-time. Barron himself will take the throw. McCulloch. Murray. Carey. Not up towards Billy Memmott, away by David Weir, now Whittaker. It's a foul by Lee Mayer on Chris Boyd. Some ironic applause from the Rangers fans as they secure a free kick. Whittaker. Miller. So Mirren refusing to give Rangers much room. Higdon needs some help, and he got it. Billy Memmott now, sidestepping Kevin Thompson. Nacho Novo tracking back. Real Alexander caught there by Jack Ross, who had every right to go for that. Terrific from Ross, in fact. It was a heavy back pass from Nacho Novo. He wanted to get it on his right foot, Alexander. That it ended up going behind. He definitely caught Alexander, but he saw the opportunity to go for it. Miller. Lee McCulloch now for Stephen Whittaker. Knocked away by Stephen Thompson. Papach. Kevin Thompson. Danny Wilson. Papach. Thompson. He's given it away carelessly to Carey. The young Irishman on loan from Celtic loses out though to Stephen Whittaker. Davis. Miller. Not sure where to go. Finds Novo. Miller again. Lee Mayer though able to take it away from Rangers. Carey. Davis. Who's going to stand their mark on this cup final? Boyd. Miller. He somehow managed to force his way through. Here's Billy Memmott. Carey. Brady. Higdon. He's found a way through, and it's somehow kept out by Neil Alexander. Stephen Thompson almost opening the scoring. An incredible save this from Alexander. Michael Higdon barged his way past David Weir, and then cleverly picked out Stephen Thompson, and for all the world it looked a goal. And incredibly, Neil Alexander on the line kept it out. Remarkable save to deny St Mirren a magic moment. Carey's corner, Lee Mayer goes for it. Here's David Barron, long way out. Tremendous try from Barron though, and he almost made a name for himself. Off the top of the bar, and Gus McPherson St Mirren are ending this half on a high. Alexander worried. He'll claim he had it covered, but this was close. Just rising at the last moment there. Onto the bar. One off the line, one against the bar from St Mirren. McCulloch. You have to say St Mirren have been terrific so far. Mehmet. Thompson. Ross. Brady. Potter. Barron. Billy Mehmet. Up against Kevin Thompson and Danny Wilson. It's broken kindly to Gary Brady. Carey. Brady. Chris Boyd's tackle. Stephen Davis now for Kenny Miller. Nacho Novo making moves ahead. Novo trapped by Barron. He'll settle for a throw. Scored twice against St Mirren in the SPL a fortnight ago, and he had them in his sights again then. Also scored in the semi-final win in this competition against St Johnstone here. A couple of minutes to go to half-time. St Mirren will be pretty pleased with the way they've gone about their League Cup final business. Carey. Brady. On by Mehmet. It's Michael Higton. Oh, did Alexander get a touch on that? It's into the side netting one way or another. Looked initially like the keeper did. Front two linking up. And Higton holding off Wilson's challenge. Straight into the side netting. No touch from the keeper, it seems. A spirited display so far from Gus McPherson's team. 1 minute left of the 45, but there will be another minute added on. Carey. That's awkwardly off Brady. It's set up Stephen Davis nicely, but Brady recovers to block it. Whittaker. Billy Mehmet. Barron. Thompson. Here's Ross. Rangers have work to do here if they are to secure the first part of a dream treble. St Mirren have offered more in this first half as we move into 60 seconds of stoppage time. Stephen Thompson, who almost scored, looking to tee up someone here, but it's away by Whittaker. Carey. Hugh Murray. Brady. Might have been expecting Murray to go for a return then, but he didn't. Half-time is fast approaching at Hampden Park. St Mirren's outnumbered fans can be proud of their team's efforts so far. Rangers are going to have to crank it up a gear in the second half, you suspect? will surely be the last chance of the half. There's no time for it. It is half-time, and St Mirren nearly took the lead. Gus McPherson's side performing admirably so far. Stephen Thompson's effort was stopped right on the line by Neil Alexander. This is how close St Mirren came to breaking the deadlock. Higdon pulled it back for Thompson. Terrific save from Alexander. David Barron hit the bar just after that with a stunning strike. St Mirren, the better side in this first half. Rangers need to sort themselves out at the break. It's St Mirren 0, Rangers 0. The better team so far in the 2010 Scottish League Cup final start the second half. St Mirren have certainly performed above expectations so far. Rangers have been forced to make a change at the start of the second half. Stephen Davis, who was ill yesterday, suffering from a bug, has not lasted the pace, and he's been replaced by the American Maurice Edu, who scored a dramatic late winner against Celtic recently in the Old Firm game. Kenny Miller, Chris Boyd, here is Edu on for Davis. Whittaker, Nacho Novo. Novo making progress and getting a free kick just outside of the area. Taking on his former Dundee teammate Lee Mayer. It's a clear foul by Mayer, and Novo toppled on top of him. Novo, who scored less than half a minute into the second half of the Scottish Cup final here last season. And he came on as a sub against Falkirk, earning a free kick in a prominent position this for Rangers. Muddy face for Lee Mayer, who won't be around for this free kick. They probably could have done with him. Will this be a key moment in this cup final? It's Nacho Novo to drill it across. Fired well wide by Kevin Thompson. Didn't really clear the first man on that near post, Graham Carey. I suspect Walter Smith had a fair bit to say to his players at half-time. They've yet to really get to grips with this final. St Mirren had an effort cleared off the line by Ian Alexander in the first half from Stephen Thompson. David Barron hit the bar. Edu. Novo, Miller. Lee McCulloch. Stephen Whittaker. Lee McCulloch appears to be playing at right back for Rangers. A rejig after Stephen Davis went off. St Mirren threatening again. Jack Ross and Billy Memmott and McCulloch in there. Another nearly but not quite moment for St Mirren. Billy Memmott McCulloch steaming in for Rangers. It looks like Rangers have gone to a back three like St Mirren. Here's Novo, Kenny Miller. Oh dear, that's desperate. He's been off colour so far in this final, Miller. Not what you'd expect from a striker of his quality. It so nearly broke here for Billy Mehmet after he spun away from David Weir. Lee McCulloch's presence enough to knock him out of his stride. Edu. Wilson. Novo. Thompson. Edu. Whittaker. Whittaker's cross. Papach! Hardly a frequent goal scorer for Rangers, that's not his job. Kenny McDowell pointing something out to Ali McCoist on the touchline. Papach, just the one goal this season, a winner at St Johnstone in the SPL. Paul Gallagher hasn't been troubled as much as he probably thought he was going to be today, but that could change yet. It's a free kick for Hugh Murray. Edu's foul. Saw one here for the long-serving Murray. Edu certainly relishes a physical contest or two. Graham Carey to float the free kick in. It's away by David Weir, and then by Lee McCulloch. Has played as a centre-half at times this season. That's come off McCulloch. It's a corner kick to St Mirren. Chris McPherson and Andy Millen hoping for a bit of a break here after coming so close to opening the scoring in the first half. Carey's corner. Away by Wilson, but only to Stephen Thompson. John Potter. Thompson. Whittaker now for Kevin Thompson. Here's Kenny Miller. Thompson was taken out in a collision there, and Kenny Miller has lost his way. Miller and Lee Mayer getting involved. Rather needlessly. Oh, that's a late one from Kevin Thompson. Jack Ross is not happy with it. That's a poor one from Thompson. St Mirren rattled by the challenge. It's a red card. Kevin Thompson is sensationally sent off early in the second half, and Rangers are down to 10 men. Thompson has a bit to say to his namesake Craig. They've got to get him out of there, though. Well, it was certainly a crude lunge, this. And you can tell, really, from the way the St Mirren players reacted, what they thought of it. Did Kevin Thompson overstep the mark here? Stephen Thompson caught late by Kevin Thompson. And you can see why another Thompson, Craig, brought the red card out. Big decision for the referee. And Walter Walter Smith's Rangers up against it now with 10 men. And of course they lost Stephen Davis at half-time, feeling the effects of that bug that was troubling him yesterday. Craig Thompson having words with Brian Winter, the fourth official, and Gus McPherson now being spoken to. Gus has been in the fourth official's ear for most of the game. I don't think Craig Thompson has finished with the dugouts just yet. Kenny McDowell now, who won the Scottish Cup with St Mirren in 1987, also given a warning. Tempers running high. Carey it is to float the free kick in, and it's claimed by Alexander. It's brewing up now, this cup final. Rangers down to 10 men. And 3 Thompsons involved in the major incident. Kevin Thompson, Stephen Thompson, and the referee Craig Thompson. Here is Whittaker. Rangers then will have to play most of this second half with 10 men. And what a lift that should give St Mirren. Just skipped away from Billy Mennett. Just wonder what Walter Smith might be thinking of. Kenny Miller. He does get the free kick. Delayed whistle there, and Lee Mayer not happy with the decision at all. And Lee Mayer, for that show of dissent, may well be getting a yellow card. Foolish really, but Craig Thompson's struggling a little bit to keep a lid on this final now. There's been lots going on in the opening 10-11 minutes of the second half. And for his reaction after conceding the free kick, Lee Mayer is booked. Hugh Murray also on a yellow card, so too Stephen Whittaker for Rangers. Well, it looked like he clipped Kenny Miller. Just look at the pushing and shoving going on in there. Hugh Murray's got a bit to say. He's already on a yellow card, he's got to be careful. It's become a very fiery final. Novo to float the free kick in. Chris Boyd was rising with a few others. It was very crowded in there. Very, very crowded. And Lee Mayer's telling Hugh Murray to calm down. The two men have both been booked. Chris Boyd's header dropped wide. Walter Smith and Gus McPherson, the best of pals, talking before the game on the pitch together as the players went walkabouts, but nothing personal, this is business. Oh, that's a high boot by John Potter on Chris Boyd. In the face for Boyd. So Mirren are going to make a change in a moment, interestingly. They're going to bring on Andy Dorman, who's capable of sneaking a goal for them. Somewhat surprisingly left on the bench today, Dorman, although he hasn't had the best of seasons. explosive affair, this League Cup final. Sasa Papac it is to float the free kick in. And it drops just wide as Edu and Wilson went for it. And it was Wilson who made contact. The 18-year-old. Mirren, who's been getting rather wound up by it all, is being replaced here. And he's not going quietly. He's being replaced by Andy Dorman, who was a revelation when he arrived from New England Revolution a couple of years ago. Born in Chester. Murray not happy that he's been replaced. An old head as well, but not exactly a cool head in the last few minutes. Andy Dorman has had a fairly tame season by his standards. Did well when he first came to St Mirren. Hasn't quite recaptured that sort of form. Well, this is the kind of stage on which to shine and which to make a name for yourself. Come up the hour in the 2010 League Cup final. It's 0-0 between St Mirren and Rangers, but Rangers are a man down, and that is why Kevin Thompson clattering into Stephen Thompson. You can see Gus McPherson's reaction there. Craig Thompson, the referee, flashing a red card. I'm not sure that Kevin Thompson can have too many complaints about it. Boyd. Edu could be onto this. He is. Miller. McCulloch. Here's Whittaker. John Potter, the commanding figure there. Edu maintains Rangers' interest. It's going to be a corner. The 10 men of Rangers are rallying. And you can't take your eyes off this final now. Nacho Novo's corner. Away by Michael Higdon. Stephen Whittaker mopping up. Carey will return it to Paul Gallagher. Higdon, foul by Edu, free kick St Mirren. Got to be a goal brewing, hasn't there? Got to be. What can St Mirren do with this free kick? David Weir keeping an eye on Billy Memmott. Graham Carey on loan from Celtic will whip this free kick in. Higdon went to ground. Nothing in it though. Potter. Thompson. Ross with a cross. Oh, Higdon's header will drop well wide. It'll drop away from Billy Memmott, his strike partner. Jack Ross has been a consistent performer for St Mirren since arriving from Falkirk. What a chance St Mirren have got here to achieve legendary status. It's a rather awkward pass back from Jack Ross. Gallagher coped with it rather well. It didn't get easier for Ross though, and now he's fouled Edu, and that's a free kick. And that was very, very careless from St Mirren, from Ross in the first place. And then Gallagher should have just booted it upfield, really, or out of play or something or other. Anything but that. Hairdo tripped, and a useful free kick for Rangers. Weir and McCulloch, Boyd all in there. Brady and Thompson in a two-man war. Nacho Novo. Handball shout. Kenny Miller tried to turn it in, and incredibly it was blocked away. Somehow snuffed out for a corner. Is there a handball in there? Certainly not intentional if it happened. St Mirren got bodies in the way when it mattered, and it really, really, really mattered. Good spell this for Rangers. Novo's corner. I think Lee McCulloch was fancying that, and it was taken away from him by Wilson. Let's have another look at this scrap. I don't think you could have given a penalty for that. Michael Higdon was superb then in getting in the way. 25 minutes left of the 90. If it's all square at the end of the 90, we will have extra time, of course. If they can't be separated by the end of that, penalty shootout. $44,500 inside Hampden. Over 30,000 of those Rangers fans. But the St Mirren supporters must be really proud of their side. Carey decides to go for goal, but it's a woeful attempt, long way out, ambitious in the extreme. Mind you, he did score from a long way out against Rangers a couple of weeks ago in the SPL, so he probably thought it was worth a try. St Mirren still have Craig Dargo available from the bench, who's a different kind of striker to the two that they have out there at the moment. A little live wire. McCulloch. Whittaker. Away by Mayer. Mirren. Stephen Thompson. Jack Ross. Ross again. Up towards Higdon and Mehmet. Sneaked away by Weir. Well, that should be a yellow card for Gary Brady for holding back Kenny Miller. It is. The third St Mirren player to be booked, Brady. Not much doubt about that one. David Weir's free kick towards Chris Boyd. Up against David Barron. Higdon spun away from Papach. Thompson. Brady. Here's Lee Mayer. Now Carey hugging the touchline. Steered away by Papach, but only to Ross. Ball wouldn't quite settle for Ross. Brady. Here's Mayer. Mehmet. Rangers holding off. Barron. That's a clever ball for Stephen Thompson. Just wide by Michael Higdon. It's becoming a really intriguing cup final, this. St Mirren up against the 10 men of Rangers. Kevin Thompson red-carded for a foul on Stephen Thompson, who set up Higdon then. It's a free kick for Rangers. think St Mirren are going to bring on Craig Dargo soon. Which will certainly give them a different kind of option. Free kick to contend with now. David Weir takes it, easily headed away by Lee Mayer. Dorman up towards Higdon. Here comes that change. Well, it's Billy Mehmet who's going off. It's a bit of a surprise. Mehmet, a goal-scoring specialist in cup competitions this season with 10 in the cups. He's been replaced by Craig Dargo, who was a prolific scorer for Inverness. Hasn't quite happened for him at St Mirren. Dargo played in the League Cup final here for Kilmarnock 9 years ago, when they lost to a Henrik Larsson hat-trick for Celtic. A game which Gus McPherson also played in for Kilmarnock, now the St Mirren manager. A couple of bold changes from Gus McPherson. Oh, and Danny Wilson tangling. It's a free kick right on the edge of the area now. What's the card going to be? Danny Wilson is off! Rangers are down to 9 men. This is extraordinary. With 20 minutes to go. Kevin Thompson already sent off. Danny Wilson follows now. And St Mirren won't have a better chance, will they, to win the League Cup? Hampden is stunned. There was contact, clearly, though, from Danny Wilson. Craig Dargo has just come on. A free kick on the edge of the area, and Rangers find themselves down to 9 men. Not even Walter Smith, in all his many years in football, could have envisaged this. Well, Rangers are known for their resilience. They are known for digging deep. Rarely will they have had to dug themselves out of a hole quite as big as this one. Graham Carey over the free kick. It's Carey. Nacho Nova was quickly out of the wall then, a little too quickly for St Mirren's liking. I don't think he was 10 yards back, but he's got away with it. Graham Carey's making the point now to the referee. I'd be surprised if Novo didn't go early here. As we see again, Danny Wilson, well, he really can't complain about that. And Walter Smith can barely believe it. Baffled and bemused. Rangers with 9 men in the League Cup final. Craig Thompson has had a couple of big calls to make. I'm not convinced Rangers can argue with either of them, really. Well, St Mirren will be kicking themselves if they don't take advantage of this. Here's McCulloch, though. He's taking a dive, I think. He's going to get a yellow card for taking a dive. Well, he thinks not. Rangers will feel hard done by if McCulloch hasn't taken a dive here. Well, he certainly seemed to get a kick off David Barrett. Was there? Actually, maybe not. McCulloch looking for it, perhaps. It's a decent call from Craig Thompson at first glance. Here's Brady. Carey. Craig Dargo. It's blocked. Dorman. Was that a handball? No, from Whittaker. He blocks it again. It's a corner. And the 9 men of Rangers are right under the cosh here. It's Andy Dorman who will take this corner kick for St Mirren. Flicked away by McCulloch. It'll be another corner. And the pressure stays on Rangers. St Mirren's supporters urging their team to find a way to goal. Carey's corner, though, is collected by Alexander. There's no time to pause for breath, really. With just over a quarter of an hour left at Hampden Park. St Mirren with a two-man advantage. Brady now. Dargo chasing, but it's going to go through to Alexander. "15 minutes of the 90 to go. Spotted. Edu takes over. Fires it well wide. The Rangers have become renowned for their resilience in recent seasons. If they pull this one off today, it would top a lot, it really would. Dargo has certainly provided St Mirren with a different option. David Weir staying calm. Sasa Papac. Novo. Poor return from Papac. Brady. Carey. Thompson, it's come through. Oh, it hasn't quite come through to Ross. Well. It's become quite a final. We haven't had a goal yet, but we've had quite a bit else. Red cards for Kevin Thompson and Danny Wilson. Rangers with 9 men. Bit old to be a ball boy. Walter Smith seeking a treble. Boy, are they going to have to do it the hard way or what? The first of the trophies up for grabs today. Brady. Alexander lets it go for a goal kick. Rangers won this competition 2 years ago via a penalty shootout against Dundee United. They might just settle for something similar today at this rate. Stephen Naismith is going to be coming on for Rangers. Rangers, interestingly, are going to take off Chris Boyd. Their best bet for a goal. He's had many chances today. Carey. Dorman. Brady. Barron. Here's Ross. Took the wrong option. It's cut out by Maurice Edu. Looking to sneak this one through to Dorman. St Mirren eager to make the most of their two-man advantage before the 90 minutes are up. Jack Ross, he went and put it behind Stephen Thompson. And some relief for Rangers now with Chris Boyd. It's gone out for a St Mirren throw. Chris Boyd is being hooked, as they say in Scotland. his game is over. Boyd is replaced by Stephen Naismith. Naismith, who's been beset by injuries in the past couple of seasons. He was a bright young thing at Kilmarnock a few years ago, but Rangers fans yet to see the best of him. Ross. Brady. Skipped away from Ross. Walter Smith's Rangers down to 9 men. Kevin Thompson sent off for that. That's a horrible tackle from Thompson. Danny Wilson sent off for that. Grabbing the arm of Craig Dargo. Here's Novo. In fact, it's going to be pulled back for a free kick to Rangers. Thompson hardly endearing himself to Rangers fans, who will see it through their own eyes, of course. But was he left with much of an option? Not really. Lee Mayer, Graham Carey, Gary Brady. We're into the last 10 minutes in the sunshine at Hampden Park. St Mirren nil, Rangers nil, but that doesn't tell the whole story. 2 sent off for Rangers. Barron. Ross. It's Ross with a cross towards Higdon. Carey snatched at it somewhat. Way off target from the young Irishman. If he was to go and score a goal today, that would really rub it in for Rangers, bearing in mind he's on loan from their oh-so-fierce rivals, Celtic. From extra time in a feisty final at Hampden. Kenny Miller, Maurice Edu. Naismith flicked it on. Nacho Novo. Oh, Kenny Miller got in his way. Novo tries to curl it. One at a time, surely. Novo. They might have left that for Miller, actually. Kenny Miller was coming onto it quite nicely. Here's Edu. Novo. Whittaker. Nearly for Kenny Miller, but it carried to Gallagher. Rangers fans shell-shocked by 2 dismissals. Carey, blocked by Naismith. Gus McPherson willing St Mirren to score. A dummy from Dargo didn't come off. Naismith suddenly. Miller and Novo up with him. Miller! It's in! This is just remarkable! Kenny Miller scores at Hampden, and the 9 men of Rangers have the lead in the 2010 League Cup final. This is a team renowned for digging deep and for showing remarkable resilience. Well, this could be their biggest achievement yet, because with 9 men, taken the lead. Naismith's cross and a classic header from Kenny Miller. Against the odds today, with Kevin Thompson Thompson sent off, with Danny Wilson sent off. Kenny Miller has only gone and scored, and Walter Smith's side could yet lift the League Cup, the first leg of a possible treble. St Mirren must be absolutely distraught and dismayed. Kenny Miller, Hamden like a second home to him, played here quite a few times for the national side, of course, and quite a few times for Rangers now. Gary Brady has been replaced by Stephen O'Donnell, who scored against Rangers at Ibrox in the first meeting between the sides this season in the SPL. There's been a good few meetings since. Here's David Barron, 5 minutes to go. Jet Ross. Rangers fans are jumping and jiving. Carey, O'Donnell, Lee Mayer. Time to gamble, time to push forward. O'Donnell nearly. And there's been a shove on Naismith by Stephen O'Donnell, which was pretty pointless really, because St Mirren could have had a corner out of that. Naismith needed much encouragement to go down, I think. Stephen Naismith was the provider, Kenny Miller was the scorer, and how beautiful for Rangers is that ball going into the corner. And Miller's tale, and it's quite a tale. Rangers with 9 men on the verge of winning the Scottish League Cup, the Cooperative Insurance Cup. And that'll be a free kick for Kenny Miller, or maybe just a throw. St Mirren desperate to get it up the other end. Rangers may only have 9 men on the field, but it doesn't really look like that now that they have a goal to defend. It could be quite a season for Rangers Football Club. They have a Scottish Cup replay on Wednesday night at Dundee United. If they get through that, they're in the semi-finals against Wraith Rovers. And they're 10 points clear at the top of the SPL. Carey's cross. Ross. Away by Weir. Barron. Oh, it's Thompson. Found his route blocked. Mayer. Barron. Nacho Novo. As tenacious as ever. Kenny Miller now. Naismith through the middle, but it carries to Paul Gallagher. Jack Ross, here comes St Mirren, it's going to be a corner for them as well, to add to the tension with 2 minutes to go. St Mirren fans felt this final was swinging their way, and it should have been really. After Thompson and Wilson were sent off, now they're looking to force extra time. Carey's cross is blocked by Nacho Novo. It stays in. Here's David Barron, Dorman, O'Donnell, collected by Alexander. For Dorman and almost for O'Donnell. We shall not be moved, the cry from the Rangers fans, and they might have a point, because we're in the last minute of the 90, and this final is slipping away from St Mirren. Nacho Novo, who's put his heart and soul into this as usual, is being replaced here by Stevie Smith, who nearly left Rangers last season but ended up playing a prominent part in their run-in. Novo typifies the spirit of this Rangers team. The 90 minutes are almost up. Oh, David Barron almost sold Gallagher a little short. Gallagher got a bang on the nose from Miller then. Here's Barron. We hear there are going to be 3 minutes of stoppage time. St Mirren have got to go for broke. On by Dargo. Ross looking to get to this. It's going to be a yellow card coming out for Jack Ross. Caught Stephen Whittaker. Rangers might just have done enough to win the cup. As strange as it seems to say that, with just 9 men. Trophy is beckoning for Walter Smith. The St Mirren fans in tears. They couldn't have asked for a better chance to win this cup, with Rangers going down to 9 men. But they have 2 minutes to save their day, to force extra time. Mayer will float it in. They're just hoping for a lucky break now, but there's been a shove. Free kick for Rangers, they're almost there. Kenny Miller, I don't think he'd be fancying another half hour, would he, by the look of it. There's a few players almost out on their feet here. It looks like St Mirren will reflect on what might have been and perhaps on what should have been. They almost opened the scoring towards the end of the first half. Stephen Thompson's effort saved on the line by Neil Alexander. David Barron hit the bar. Kevin Thompson sent off, Danny Wilson sent off, but even with 9 men, Rangers are on the brink of glory. Steered away by David Weir. Carey, Stephen Thompson, it's off Papac, will it go for the corner? No, it won't. Papac makes sure of that. It's now or never for St Mirren. The last minute of stoppage time. Carey's cross, dug out by Naismith. Rangers almost there. Hit and hope time for St Mirren. And David Weir with a timely interception to stop Dargo in his tracks. A matter of seconds remaining. And a throw for St Mirren. Will they get one last chance to lob it in the box? Gallagher does just that. It's away by Weir, who's been terrific for them again. Carey. Thompson, away by McCulloch, it's all over! A quite extraordinary achievement this! Absolutely amazing, utterly incredible! Kenny Miller has won the League Cup for Rangers, even though they finished with 9 men, and the 3 wise men at the helm celebrate an extraordinary triumph. Stephen Naismith came off the bench to set up the winner. Over the past few years, we've seen Rangers become so resilient. Well, it doesn't get more resilient than this. St Mirren, even though they had a 2-man advantage, just couldn't find a way to goal. And the twist in the tail came from Kenny Miller. And an incredible League Cup final at Hampden finishes St Mirren 0, Rangers 1. Yet more silverware for Walter Smith, and this really has been against all odds. Even though he's seen his team dig themselves out of some major holes since returning for a second spell as Rangers manager, he must have thought that today would be mission impossible with 9 men. But nothing is impossible for this group of players. Nothing at all. They've got to a UEFA Cup final, for goodness sake. They must feel pretty invincible just now. Rangers wait to go up for the cup. Billy Memmott in tears. It hurts, it really hurts, because St Mirren should have been celebrating today, up against 9 men. They were terrific in the first half, a better team by some distance.
The Cup Insurance Cup man of the match this afternoon was St Mirren's Michael Higdon. And he's receiving his award from Joe Kearney, the regional manager.
Michael Higdon given the Sponsors Man of the Match award. Ian Durant, Ali McCoist, a few Rangers legends knocking about. St Mirren absolutely dejected. This will take a while to sink in. It really, really will. And they actually do have a bit of a relegation fight on their hands in the SPL as well. So somehow they're going to have to pick themselves up, dust themselves down and get on with it. But it must be absolutely soul-destroying to lose today. And this will feel like a long walk up those steps to receive medals, not the ones they wanted.
So just about to start the presentation.
John Potter leading the way.
And the presentation party this afternoon. Ewan Cameron, the Vice President of the Scottish Football League. David Longmuir, the Chief Executive of the Scottish Football League. And Rod Bromwood, the Managing Director Retail of the Cooperative
in their first Services. Cup final for 23 years. In 1987 they won the Scottish Cup, and their players that day went down in history in Paisley. Legends, one and all, but these boys weren't quite able to put their names down in history. Hence the boos from the Rangers fans. But it mattered not anyway, because Rangers still managed to win this cup. They are the masters of digging deep, they really are. They were in the biggest of big holes today, but still they came through. Walter Smith, proud of his players, and so they should be. David Weir will lead the way, 39 years of age. He's going to get his hands on this particular piece of silverware. And he'll be hoping he's back here to lift the Scottish Cup in the week of his 40th birthday in May. In between, they should seal the SPL title. The Rangers fans are ready to roar at Hampden. This is the first part of a possible treble. This is the Scottish League Cup, and it belongs to Rangers. Lee McCulloch outstanding this season. Stephen Naismith set up the winning goal for Kenny Miller. Sasa Papac, always reliable. Chris Boyd taken off. Didn't get too many glimpses of goal today, but that man got the one that counted. Kenny Miller's header won the League Cup. Stephen Davis only played the first half, ill in the team hotel yesterday. Maurice Edu came on, so did Stevie Smith. Stephen Whittaker gets to grips with the trophy. Kevin Thompson smiling despite his red card. Danny Wilson smiling despite his red card. Who needs 11 men? Rangers don't. Nacho Novo always gets one of the biggest cheers from the Rangers fans. A cult hero. And it's that winning feeling again for Walter Smith. He's had it a right good few times, but it's still special. And it's special for Ali McCoist and Kenny McDowell as well. He's made it to every domestic cup final since returning to Rangers. And now he is targeting a treble. The SPL title should be theirs. They're 10 points clear of Celtic. But they've got a bit of work to do yet in the Scottish Cup. A replay in Tannadice comes along on Wednesday night against Dundee United, and that will be tricky, very, very tricky after a 3-3 draw in the first game. But you wouldn't bet against this Rangers team, would you? Even with 9 men, they managed to put it off today. They managed to win this cup against all odds.